So let's talk about some news around the PlayStation 3. That's not bad news because we talked about recently how Sony was attempting to shut down the store, the digital storefront for the PS3. They saw a bunch of backlash for that and they kind of backed off, but I think they will attempt to do that again maybe next year when things have cooled off a bit. But instead, let's talk about some good news for the PS3, how fans are actually working to resurrect many different servers for some of these online-enabled games that you can start playing right away. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure the like button helps out a ton. And if you're new here to the SpawnWave Plus channel, make sure you subscribe down below. So first, let's head over here to VGC, where they had this story: Motorstorm's PS3 multiplayer has been resurrected by a fan group. This from the PS1 team, which that's actually a good name, and it makes sense when we go to their website exactly why they called it that. But it appears that Motorstorm has been catching a lot of headlines, and I feel like that's just a lot of people remember Motorstorm specifically when it came out alongside the PS3. I remember playing a demo, I think it was at Walmart when the PS3 was first coming out, and I was looking at the visuals. I said, this is incredible stuff. The online was a lot of fun, though, in that game. We even had a bundle eventually for the PS3 and Motorstorm that just came with it. So there are probably people who have a lot of fond memories of the online experience for something like a Motorstorm game, but the servers have been getting shut down for many of these PS3 titles. Motorstorm is one of those, but this PS1 group has been working to set up private servers for a little while now. And they actually have quite a few games, and even one service in particular that was kind of interesting to see lined up for future projects. If you head over here to their website, we can see they have Wipeout, SOCOM, which actually SOCOM Confrontation would be kind of cool to have that come back, Warhawk, and they also have Twisted Metal in here, all right, and PlayStation Home. In fact, if you go to their available games, you can just pick one and see how progress has gone. I think Warhawk is like the big one that they have at least completed now that you can jump into. And there are also different videos showing like the performance of this. And private service isn't necessarily new. It's being talked about for Ratchet and Clank as an example. I think they set it up for the PS2 even for Ratchet and Clank. So to see them doing this with the PS3 isn't like brand new, but it is kind of cool just to hear about a group that is so passionate about these PS3 games being online enabled. They're willing to set up these different servers that you don't even need to have a modded PS3 to play, at least to my understanding. You're going to be going through and just changing the network settings to point to the correct address for like your DNS, for example, at which point you'll be off and running. You start playing these games online. Now, they do state that PlayStation Home is a work in progress now. And the funny thing about this is I have a strong feeling that PlayStation Home will be making a return officially from Sony alongside of their new VR headset. It just, from what we've seen with trademarks and filings, it seems like it's trending in that direction. And it makes sense because there are VR applications similar to PlayStation Home that have become very, very popular. So yeah, I kind of feel like Sony is going to do that next year when they reveal their new PlayStation VR headset. But there are a lot of people who like the idea of PlayStation Home, maybe not the execution necessarily, but I could see people jumping back into this on their PS3 just for nostalgia's sake. But overall, I like the idea of this. It kind of reminds me of when I had the original Xbox and we were playing Halo back in the day. Before you could even play like Halo 2 online, there were a lot of services that were set up where you would basically tunnel through like a website, and I think X-Link was one of them. There was a service, and you would connect to another Xbox. It made the systems believe they were doing System Link, and you could play online, and it worked shockingly well at the time. So having private servers brought back up to bring these games back from the dead, essentially resurrect them, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's worth checking out now. I think Warhawk is one of the big ones that they started with, but as they go along and they have things like Motorstorm join their lineup, I mean, we could see all kinds of games start to pop up here. It's pretty cool to see the passionate fan base behind the PS3, a system that clearly Sony is working to kind of get away from, as I mean, it's old for them. In 2006, you're only going to keep a game system going for so long, and you're only going to keep the servers for those games going for so long. But let me know what you guys think about the idea of private servers coming back for some of these older PS3 titles, if it's something you've tried or something you're looking into now. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.